This week's episode of Triage is by far my most favorite out of them all. It's not entirely action-packed, and there's quite a bit of fan service. But if you look past it, because you've already expected it from this far into the anime and everything, personally, I'm not offended by fan service. Even to this degree, it wasn't anything too bad. Just, we had Hitsugi going on a fucking rampage. She was tearing shit up and attacking anyone and everyone. We got essential background knowledge on Hitsugi and more development for Arashi. We learned that Hitsugi was his caretaker when he was learning how to walk again after the terrorist explosion bombing thing. She was there for him until he was finally able to walk and go off training with Anuki, and that was only one part of the development we got. We learned her entire backstory in one episode. We had plenty of action, little bits of good fan service and all that, and just emotional development that was essential for Triage. The pacing in this episode was really well done. The whole episode flew by before I even knew it, and it didn't feel like they were trying to squeeze everything in. They may have cut out parts from the manga or even made up this entire part, but I don't care. This episode was by far my most favorite out of them all. I loved learning about Hitsugi and her backstory and how she's tied in with Arashi. Those two share a crucial bond with each other. They are, to a degree, understand the pain and suffering that each other's gone through. Hitsugi had lost her memories of like a terrorist attack she went through, and she couldn't remember that, but she understood his pain. Arashi relied on her so much, and they were really, really good friends. We learned in her backstory that Toto, there's this guy, Toto, he's on the lead development team for that the D99 virus that I discussed in the last week's video. And he experimented at his own daughter with it. But this had an unexpected side effects, and it drove her mentality to pieces at a younger age. And she just went on a rampage, and Yuko, the sword chick whose hair can go from brown to pink somehow, I'm not complaining, she's hot, but Hitsugi's better. Hitsugi best girl? Along with Mikoto. Just saying it, Hitsugi's my favorite. Mikoto may be the main heroine, but Hitsugi all the way. Alright, so after her mentality as a younger girl was driven to pieces, she went on a rampage and fought Yuko. Yuko killed her. Well, that's the one part they actually didn't explain. If she was fully killed and her heart was sewn back together and like resuscitated and all that, or did they use the D99 virus to regenerate the heart? That's what I'm really curious about. But that's really one of my only complaints about this whole episode. For being a 10-episode anime, this episode really wasn't rushed. That's my personal opinion, though. You can complain about Triage or all the fan service or the huge breasts and all that, but I read the manga and it's just the animation style, the characters. I love what they're doing for this anime. They're doing it justice. Despite a lot of the fan service, which was also in the the manga, but hey, to each their own. So, after she was revived, pretty much, her memory was completely gone. She couldn't remember that, and she started taking care of Arashi while also, learning how to be a nurse, and joining the Triage, the Black Label group, where they take out the Black Labels and etc. So, we get that part of the development, and then we learn towards the end of Arashi's, walking session to learn how to walk, she has memories or dreams of potential memory pieces where she knows she killed someone crucial to, like, important to her, and it frightens her. And then she also has, like, and then the dream ends with her being stabbed. Her crying face, because Arashi wanted to see her face, and he said, "You taught me how to smile again through this." And he's just gone through a terrorist explosion bombing thing, and they just develop a close bond through the through each other, through sympathy and being stuck together. It really, like, I love that. I like the bond they share. And then while she was going on a rampage after being taken down by that one sumo wrestler chick or whatever, or wrestling chick, we learn, well, she was going on that and she attacked Yuko, and Yuko didn't want to kill her again. So Arashi, he felt it was his responsibility to take care of her and to save her, because they both know what they went through each other, and only Arashi could actually understand, not Yuko. So he lures the rampaging Hitsugi downstairs, like, to the very bottom level, to where he was going through rehab again to walk. But there, I don't know where she got it, she gets a machine gun, or a semi-automatic, I believe. I'm never one to be knowing all the specs of guns and etc. But she starts shooting at him. She can't remember anything. And he starts walking towards the wall she's shooting him. Granted, I bet the recoil is a little bit high on that. The bullets did graze him, but none of them struck him. So that's my only other complaint about this. Then Arashi, he goes up to the rampaging Hitsugi, hugs her, rips her mask off, and she starts freaking out, because the mask she wore is the same one she wore when she rampaged way back when she was a child, and that was the first thing she grabbed when she lost her mind. It's where she sealed her heart in it. Ripping that off exposed her heart, and it just caused her so much pain. The way Arashi handled the whole thing and fight, he showed genuine emotion, and you could truly tell he felt for her. He wanted to help her. I've said it like twice before in different anime, but this leaves me breathless and etc. But I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just these few weeks, but this anime season is really leaving me speechless. I could feel my emotions welling up from Hitsugi's crying face at the end, and then of course I even got a couple good laughs out of this episode, because as Mikoto, Oriha, Yuko, and Mika or whatever, they all come rushing in with guns to take down Hitsugi because they think Arashi's probably going to be pwned and all that. They find her kissing him. Yep. That's the part I really loved. The looks on their face, and just the... She goes, you're 100 years too early to be doing this, and etc. And then she grabs him and kisses him, and he's like... It's hilarious, and actually pretty sweet, because they've shared this bond for so many years. Maybe she developed feelings for him, but at least this is a lot better than the forced romance they kind of developed in for Mine and Tatsumi and Akame ga Kill, or the rushed development of love, sudden love, between Kirito and Asuna. Say what you will, but those were both forced because they skipped out on so much. It showed how they were so, like, they share a huge bond and feelings well up, and say what you will, but I love this. And personally, I kind of like the shipping of Hitsugi and Arashi a little bit better than Mikoto. One of the final things they did that was completely hilarious is Mikoto's like, What? Why are you kissing her? Hitsugi goes, "Hey, don't go getting all violent just because you think you're his wife." And then Ryu, the kid that's he shared his arms, legs, and heart with, goes, "Looks like your life's gonna be full of trouble, Arashi." This is by far, I've said it twice or 3 times before, my favorite episode. Comedy gold, pretty good action in my opinion. The animation style, especially when Hitsugi was shooting the gun, that blew me away. And then, of course, we even got some, like, it really, well, the feels that I got for this episode welled up inside of me, and I loved it. So, all in all, it was a really good episode. Good pace. I love the development for both of them. We finally had a lot of development for Hitsugi. We had additional development for Arashi. We even had development for Yuko, who we rarely get any, like, hints on her background for it. And then, of course, at the end, I'm going to theorize right now, but at the very end, we saw the syringe group, and apparently they'd placed a bug in the TV station, or the TV network, and a detective found it. And it's not the detective we're thinking of. Not that brash, male, loud, huge, like, annoying detective sometimes. It's his partner, the female. Syringe is gonna kidnap her, but they're not gonna kill her yet. They want to get information from her. I'm gonna theorize that, of course, it's only natural that Black Label might come to the rescue. I really want to see the fights between the 2 twins and Hitsugi. I want to see her kick their ass now, because they kicked her ass and she's gonna come back stronger and gonna definitely beat them up, to put it lightly. And then I really want to see more Arashi badass moments. Granted, there's only 2 more episodes left. I have no idea how they're going to wrap up this whole thing, and I don't even know if they're going to eventually have a season 2. But this anime is amazing. In my opinion, despite its flaws, despite its fan service, I like it. It truly is good. If you don't like it, you don't have to agree with me. You can point out faults in what I said, but this is my honest opinion, and I'm just reviewing the episode for you guys. Well, this should do it for this episode of reviews. See you next on Review Ball Z. Not working. Well, leave a like, comment, or subscribe for more reviews, or just to shut me up sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This nerdy one knows what you're saying, I really should stop sometimes. But thanks again, everyone, for your support. And there will be a link to the anime down in the description, along with my Twitter, so go check both those out. It'll be much appreciated. And I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye-bye!